Hey, what's happening everyone? I'm Sir James from GamerFuzion.com, and today I'm here to provide you with my review for Nitroplus Blasterz Heroines Infinite Duel, which already has an interesting title at that. But pretty much the developers behind the popular Arcane Hearts fighting game series has actually teamed up with an esteemed visual novel publisher known as Nitroplus to create a new 2D fighting crossing over multiple franchises. In this game, you actually get to select a main character and two partner characters from a roster of Nitroplus's most popular ladies and jump right into the action. Now, going over the graphics, visually this game is quite nice to look at. Just everything about this was really cool in terms of the character models, the locations, the effects. Everything about this game was well polished and something that I really enjoyed. You have some scenarios that are bright and colorful, other scenarios that are dark and creepy, but nonetheless it's definitely an enjoyable experience from start to finish. Now, going over the gameplay isn't too complicated to understand because after all, this is a fighting game, so your main goal here is to beat up your opponent and to achieve victory, but there is more to it than that. First off, the game does feature a little bit of a story mode for each of the individual characters. The story mode for the most part is basically the same, just a little bit of a different dialogue here and there, but there's even another story that you get to unlock after you beat the game, and even a few characters that you get to unlock. Now, speaking of the characters themselves are unique in their own individual ways. Not one character plays exactly the same as another character, so experimenting on what you're good with or trying to master all the other characters is definitely going to be rewarding at the very end. And of course, you also have your basic options, so you could change the time limit, how many rounds that you need to achieve victory, and of course, best of all, increasing the difficulty level of the enemy AI. For those of you who are veteran fighters, I recommend you bump up the difficulty level as soon as you start the game. The basic mode it starts you at is 5, but definitely bump it up if you want a little bit more of a challenge, or at least get used to the characters at first. But other than that, it's just a simple basic fighting game where you are trying to beat up your opponent to achieve victory, and that's pretty much it. Now, going over the sound portion of the game does have an awesome soundtrack, and the game definitely opens up to a music video in the very opening, introducing some of the characters in which you get to meet and play as during your initial experience. And of course, the voice actors were great. They are speaking with the original Japanese voices, though there are English subtitles to fill in the blanks, though I did realize that there are some aspects where the characters are talking, but there's no subtitles letting you know exactly what the characters are saying, which is a little bit of a slight annoyance, but then again, it's not that big of a deal because after all, it's just a simple fighting game. But like I said, the soundtrack and the voice actors were definitely great and top notch. Now, going over the game's lifespan, this game definitely offers replayability. First off, not only do you have the single player experience in trying to master each of the individual characters, but there's even network play to face against other players online. And of course, you also have a 2-player option to face against your couch buddy. So if you happen to be having a party or just want to put video games on the TV, that's definitely a nice game to kind of put on there. But overall, the game definitely has some replayability. Not like a huge amount, but a decent amount to keep you entertained, at least until the next fighting installment of whichever it is that you look forward to gets released. As for the innovation, was there anything new here? Was this stuff that we've already seen before? There's pretty much nothing new here because we've seen stuff like this in fighting games already, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing because overall this game is a lot of fun. Trying to master each of the individual characters is definitely going to be an experience to be had, but overall I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. If you guys want to check out some gameplay, check the link down below, but until then, I am Sir James from GamerFuzion.com, where we empower your gaming.